Oh, welcome back. Good morning if you've just joined us. Where have you been? Maybe you were outside stretching, maybe taking in some miles because you're going to be taking on the Two Oceans this year. This morning we are joined by the incredible Toni, Cavanagh, chairperson of the Two Oceans Marathon NPC, where the real magic happens. And with her vision of ubunye, leadership, expertise and passion for running, clearly still doing it, Toni is here to share what's in store for 2025 Two Oceans race and beyond, because there is a lot of beyond. So Toni, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me today.
Such a pleasure. I can't believe the Two Oceans Marathon is one of those, it's world renowned, you know. It attracts international people coming through, and particularly paying interest in this. 54 years in the making now.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
You already gave me some words why I am not running, but...
Yeah,
Yes,
if
I'm
you're
disappointed not to see the two of you in your running shoes.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I've been there and I've done it. Hey, I've ticked that box and it was one of the best experiences of my life.
I don't think you can get a more beautiful marathon.
No,
Let's talk about it.
absolutely
The
not.
concept ubunye, and how do you see it play out in this year's race? I mean, unity.
Absolutely. So we have traditionally, so let's first start. This race is now in its 54th year of
Wow.
existence, and that is quite an achievement. So we need to honor the legacy, the people that have started this race, and to come to where we are today has taken a lot of doing. But we've still been very elitist focused, and we're moving towards a focus of total inclusivity, unity, bringing everybody together. And that is what we want to see. We want to see people get off their couch, get into their running shoes. We want to see people of all ages move. And it's not, yes, just move. Get into your shoes. And the thing about running is there's always a misconception, what is a runner? And people feel, I don't look like a runner, I'm not perceived as a runner. The point is that if you are putting in the effort, they say running is hard. Yes, running is hard. But what is harder is the consistency and the commitment. So we are wanting to look more towards a focus of inclusivity and the unity, bringing everybody together.
What was the first thing we did after COVID when they let us out our houses?
We ran.
Absolutely, we ran.
We ran, baby, we ran. I think
We ran, absolutely.
These wide open spaces suddenly became a lot more significant. And you've got one of the most beautiful wide open spaces on the planet, let's be honest.
Absolutely.
It is without a doubt one of the most grueling events that you can take part in. Yeah, you might not notice the first 12 kilometers because it's just so beautiful, but when it kicks, it kicks.
It does.
What brings people back for the 56K, for one of the, when we look at the half marathon, one of the toughest that you can do? So take nothing away from those that haven't taken that next step. But what is it about this race?
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest in one word, gees.
Yes, I like that.
The gees, the human spirit of the people and the communities who support our race. And it's not the people that run this race, it's the people alongside this race.
100%.
Because the adrenaline of the spectators and the families, the moms, the dads, the aunts, the uncles, the communities, the people who come out of their houses at 4
the little
o'clock in
boiled
the morning.
potatoes.
The little boiled
The
potato.
boiled potatoes.
Yes, that. And what makes this race unique is that you experience that gees from the start.
For sure.
All the way through.
All the way, right to the finish. And it is phenomenal. So you literally are carried on the adrenaline of the people of Cape Town. And that is what makes this race so phenomenal.
And people will drag you. The runners will drag you if you slow down. They will take you.
For sure.
Your legs have died. Your heart is telling your legs, you are done. You are done. Your mind is given up, but the people carry you.
But I know from running as well, when you finish a marathon like that, that euphoric feeling that you get afterwards in terms of your completion, it's incredible. But I must say, I see people are dedicated because they are running out 4:30 in the morning, especially this morning. There's people out on the road, they're training. I love the fact that you mentioned gees, because when it comes to a race like this, it plays a phenomenal role. So in terms of gees, what can the spectators and the runners both alike expect from this year's race? Because I'm sure you are going to go bigger and better.
Well, that's the point. If you're not better than you were yesterday, what are you doing?
Is it even running?
So,
exactly.
Are you even running? But it is more than running. This race is a legacy. We are building on the work that has been done before us. And in 2025, we want to look more to inclusivity. We want to look more at what are we doing. And we spoke, we recently spoke very closely about the generational shift. We have our older runners who were the pioneers of marathoners, and they the stalwarts of two oceans. And then we have our newcomers. We have the our millennials, and I don't really like to say the word, but these are our upcoming 10-year BNCs or Blue Number clubs. So we need to speak to everyone across our generational shift, and we need to be more cognizant of how we use technology, how we use visionary statements, and include everybody and appeal to what makes a runner across the board, not just for our older people, and they're not older because they're still running, but not just for the legacy holders, but also for our newcomers. And I affectionately call this race nappy to nappy.
Hey.
I'll tell you why. So nappy to nappy is because we have always had our nappy dash for the 2-year-olds, but this is the one event where you can run from 2 years old all the way until you're back in your nappy.
I will take that invitation and I will do it.
Because running is subjective. Running is subjective. Anybody can run. You just need to be committed to your own goals.
I met a gentleman by the, well, I won't actually give his name live in case someone knows him, 96 years old.
Yes.
He started running ultra marathons.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But you've got to have a roadmap, and you've created one of the most beautiful. So thank you so much to you and your team. We were going to ask you about legacy, but I think it is very clear and simple, the legacy that you yourself and the team around you and this incredible event have created. Take nothing away from what it requires, though, on the road. So if you are running this year, all the best of luck with your training today, tomorrow, because you need that consistency. Absolutely love that.